It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from PrivatBrauerei Eichbaum in Germany, and it's a can of steam brew German red ale coming in at 7.9% ABV. 500ml can. Really looking forward to this one. Without further ado, let's get the beer out into a glass, see what we get. A little bit of smoke on the can opening, beer in the glass then. German red ale. Interesting. I'm not sure if I've had a German red ale before. We got a 2-finger, slightly off-white head, good levels of carbonation. It's a red ale. It's definitely kind of deep amber red in the colour, heading towards like a chestnutty, mahogany type colour. There's a good clarity to the beer. It's unfiltered. I can see bits and pieces floating around in the glass. Let's get the rest of the beer in. Yeah, it's definitely unfiltered. You can see bits and pieces there floating around in the glass. Superb. Good levels of carbonation, as I mentioned earlier. Many thanks to Stephen in Germany for sending me the beer. Terrific gesture. Thank you very much, Stephen. Let's get the aroma. Ooh. What am I getting here? Like a punchy tartness, like a cherry bakewell, or it's plums and kind of mixed fruit jam. A jamminess to it then. Whoa, like really kind of, yeah, just a mixture of breadiness from the malt and just this like warm jam on the stove. Let's dive in. Cheers, everyone. A little bit tinny, this one, gonna be honest. A little bit of tinniness coming through. It's bready, it's nutty, it's malty, it's hoppy, it's tart, it's jammy like. There's a nice mouthfeel to the beer. There's a certain denseness to the beer, a certain kind of malty kind of thickness to the beer. Carbonation pushes the beer around the inside of the mouth, releases more of that flavour. But then there's a tinniness, a bitter kind of slightly astringent tinniness on the back end. And if I'm honest, if you're trying to grasp what this, if you're watching in the UK and you're trying to grasp what this 7.9% ABV beer tastes like, it's like a stronger version of, say, Shepherd Neame's Spitfire. It's tinny, you definitely get a sense it comes from quite a large brewery in Germany. I've had a couple of, I've had the Imperial Stout, the Steam Brew Imperial Stout, which was not an Imperial Stout, but I enjoyed it. And then I've just reviewed this Pale Weizen or Weizen Pale Ale, which was really interesting because it's been brewed with Citra and Hallertau hops. So my favourite so far is the Weizen Pale Ale. Without a shadow of a doubt, really good beer. This, if I had to choose between the three beers, the Imperial Stout, the Pale Weizen Pale Ale, or this German Red, I would choose the Imperial Stout and the Pale Weizen first. and then I would like reluctantly go, yeah, this is the type of beer you drink it and you think, this is going to give me a headache. Do you know that type of beer? If you've drunk beer long enough, if you know your beers, if you're new to beer, this is the type of beer that's going to give you a chronic hangover in the morning. I can just tell. I've tasted them from Marston's and Shepherd Neame and Green King, and I've just, you know, you wake up, you think you've been hit with a sledgehammer, you're like, oh, why did I do that to myself? That said, I'm not going to pour it away, I'm going to drink it. So I will be indeed waking up in the morning like, oh, why did I do that to myself? But it would be a shame to waste it. Nothing a couple of paracetamols won't sort out. Flavours then. I've given a lot of the flavours. Is a jammy tartness to it. It's slightly plummy, kind of mixed fruit jam, malty, bready, and then it goes over to that tinniness, that astringent bitterness on the back end. Nice mouthfeel, nice carbonation, pushes the beer around the inside of the mouth. It's not a great beer. It's not a great beer. 7.9% ABV. Let's oil the gears of life. I very much appreciate these beers from Stephen. I really do. Thank you very, very much to Stephen in Germany for sending me such wonderful, wonderful beers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am an honest beer reviewer. There would be no point in me standing here telling a load of fibs about this beer, because you guys know you're clever enough. I've got to be 100% open and honest with my audience. That for me, yeah, it's a bit of a 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers.